We just released a new version of Divi, and it comes with a spectacular new feature, the CSS Grid Editor. You can open up the Grid Editor and build your own CSS grid layouts using a visual interface. You can resize things, you can rearrange things, you can adjust the horizontal and vertical gaps, you can build your own grid templates, and just like that, I've created this great masonry grid layout in a visual UI that is beginner friendly and doesn't require you to dig into all of the CSS grid settings. Divi 5 really embraces both Flexbox and CSS Grid, and it does it better than any other builder because not only does it ship with all of the individual settings you need to build any CSS grid layout imaginable, it also ships with all of these great pre-made structure templates, and they make it super easy for beginners to take advantage of what CSS Grid has to offer. You just find your desired template, apply it to the container, and then all of the child elements fall into place. There are some great alternating designs. There are a bunch of masonry layouts. It's super easy. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can dig into the settings and construct your own layouts. But we wanted to take things a step further and make it even easier to build your own CSS grid layouts. And that's where the new Grid Editor comes into play. You can use it to build advanced layouts in a visual way that's easy for everyone to understand, and it's also great for visualizing existing structure templates. So let me show you how it works. Instead of applying a structure template, I'm going to open the Grid Editor and design my own layout. When I open the Grid Editor, it gives me a visual representation of whatever the current state of the layout is. So it knows this is a 2-column grid layout and that there are 6 child elements inside this container. And now I can start customizing things. The first thing I'm going to do is increase the column count. So I'm going to make this a 4-column layout. Additionally, when you hover over any item in the grid, you can drag and drop any of the 4 corners to have that item span additional columns or rows. So I want this first item to span 2 columns and 2 rows. I can just drag the edge like that, super easy. If I wanted this third item to span 3 rows, I can just drag it down like that. You can also drag and drop to reposition items on the grid. So if I wanted this 6th item to move over here, I can just drag and drop it. And again, if I wanted this to span 2 columns, I can just drag the edge. And just like that, I've created this masonry grid layout. Every change made in the Grid Editor is happening on the fly. So this layout is already built when I close the Grid Editor. You can see it reflected here. And if I were to look into the CSS Grid settings for this row, you can see that it has changed all the settings. So all of those actions I'm taking in the Grid Editor are mapping directly to settings in the settings panel. It's just a visual interface that makes it much easier to build those offset rules and adjust all of the column counts, row spans, column spans, and all that. And there's more you can do in the Grid Editor as well that I haven't covered yet, so let me open it back up and show you a few more things. First of all, you can drag to adjust the width of columns as well as the height of rows. And you can see as I make those adjustments that it's building custom column templates here and row templates. And you can also drag to adjust the size of the horizontal and vertical gap. And then when I close the editor, you can see those changes reflected. And here's what's so cool and unique about the way Divi works with CSS Grid. When you build a structure template with the Grid Editor, all of that logic is housed within the container, and then it targets child elements using pseudo classes. And what that means is that you build everything at the container level, and then you can put anything you want inside of it, and those child elements conform to your grid template. So I have this masonry layout built out here, but I only have 1 column in my row. But if I just start adding more columns, you can see they're just conforming to that structure template. I don't have to do anything with the child elements. I don't have to dig into those child elements and adjust their individual column and row spans. Everything is contained within the container, and it just works. The grid editor is also great for visualizing existing structures. So in this case, I have a row and I've configured my own CSS grid layout. It's 3 columns and I have some offset rules that are targeting certain pseudo classes to create this alternating design. But it's quite hard to tell what is going on here. Even if I start opening up in the settings, it's just a bit confusing. But if I were to open up the grid editor, it gives me this visual representation of what this structure template does. And it also shows me what each offset rule affects. And then I can open up that offset rule and adjust it on the fly here inside the editor. So if I wanted this rule to make something span 3 columns instead of 2 columns, I can make those adjustments. But more importantly, I can see what these rules do. And so it's just much easier to work with these super complex structure templates. There you have it, the CSS Grid Editor for Divi 5. It's available right now, so go update Divi, take it for a spin, and let us know what you think in the comments. As always, do us a huge favor and like this video and subscribe to this channel. It really does make a difference. So if you are a Divi user, if you are a Divi fan, click that subscribe button. Furthermore, we released a really great new feature last week, variable font support and a bunch of new font and text styling options. So if you missed that feature, you definitely want to go watch that video. It's going to pop up in the left-hand corner of this video. Click that, give it a watch, and stay tuned for more Divi 5 features coming soon. I'll see you in a new video next week.